should all dissipate very, very soon. And your 5 a.m. transit check looking good.
Today, the man accused of killing and dismembering a 2-year-old boy is expected in bond court.
And the child's remains were found in a lagoon on Chicago's south side last year. Laura Podesta is live where that suspect is going to be in court. Laura?
Good morning, Terrell and Tanya. Police tell us that 41-year-old Kamel Harris was the caretaker of little Kirian Knox. And the motivation behind this crime, police say that Harris killed the little boy over a food allergy. Now, once that evidence was linked to Harris, investigators didn't have to look far for him. He was already in jail on unrelated charges, and he'll be appearing in bond court later today. Reporting live from 26 in California, Laura Podesta, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Meantime, 4 people, including a child, are recovering this morning after a shooting on the Eisenhower Expressway.
Frio out live at City Hall. Going to break it all down for us this morning, Jess.
Terrell, the mayor's budget proposal will take center stage this morning, and it is expected to pass without any problem. That's because a lot in violence. And some of the money will also be used for mentoring programs for at-risk young people. Reporting live at City Hall, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Jessica, thank you. This morning, $1,000 of his own money.
President-elect Donald Trump tweeted late last night that his cabinet position selection process is, quote, very organized. And at least 3 NBA teams have decided not to stay at Donald Trump-branded hotels during road trips this season. That's according to a report from ESPN, which says the Milwaukee Bucks, Memphis Grizzlies, and Dallas Mavericks plan to stay elsewhere when they travel both to Chicago and to New York City.
And the BP.
Hello there. And our big issue this morning, this fog. And it is particularly dense and reducing visibility greatly over in northwest Indiana, where dense fog advisory in effect until 9 a.m. Now 36 degrees in Oswego, 36 in Joliet. It's 42 degrees out at Midway, and some 36-degree readings in Hammond and in Chesterton. So today, once we get some of this fog to burn off, and I think it will happen sooner than it did around here yesterday when we held out into that fog and haze until late in the morning and early afternoon. But we will see mainly sunny skies today. Those high temperatures this afternoon headed well into the 50s. Our average is 48, so well above average again. Ross?
It's pretty much Ryan. And we've got cloudy skies, but good conditions on the pavement. And I just wanted to check that because of the fog. Some of it in northwest Indiana is causing a little bit of a, reduced visibility. You got to be cautious out there. We've got overnight road work on the outbound Ryan that continues until 6. We're seeing the delays from 91st down to the split there onto the Bishop Ford. So give yourself a little bit of extra time if that's your normal route this morning. If you're getting ready to head out the door. Update Tanya and Terrell.
All right, Ross, thanks at 5:07. Imagine getting from New York to L.A. in 2.5 hours. New way to fly. Maribel Aber live from the NASDAQ in New York this morning. Hey, Maribel.
Hey, good morning, Terrell. Let's start with Snapchat. The parent of Snapchat has filed for an IPO. It could start selling shares as early as March 2 years ago. Right, stocks gained ground yesterday with the Dow higher for a 7th straight session. The Dow was up 54 points. NASDAQ gained 57, and the S&P 500 added 16. Today in Tokyo, the Nikkei ended the day up 194 points, and right now it looks like futures are pointing to a lower open. A report on producer prices and a home builders index are due out later today. The post office lost $5.6 billion. Cost TVs, the online giant has disclosed some of the items that will mark down in the weeks ahead. They include a 32-inch LED TV for $69.99, and there are plenty of other cheap TVs for late next year. Tanya and Terrell, now if that works, I should be able to get over to you in Chi-Town in, what, an hour?
Yeah, that would be great.
Awesome,
if we're not already on a plane headed somewhere warmer.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, Maribel.
You can meet us there.
There you go.
We'll get some sunshine. Thanks, Maribel.
Time now 5:12. Nationwide, about half of schools have full-time registered nurses.
Yeah, consumer coming up at 5:30, Trace.
And good morning. Well, this morning, starting off with some fog in some spots. We do have a dense fog advisory in effect across northern Indiana, but that sun will be out. We get to talk about it coming up.
This desk is complaining.
I'm sure not, because I can't skate, so
We're going to
I'm
teach
like,
you
whatever,
this year.
right?
This is going to be my holiday mission.
Yeah, to teach me how to skate.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we would make quite a sight. I can just
Can
do
you
enough
not
to stand
skate?
up. I can skate. I can roller skate much better than I can ice skate.
Really?
But
Even growing up in Pittsburgh.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just have very weak ankles. Yes. They're very clumsy, as some of you have witnessed. Northern Indiana out toward the Ohio Turnpike this morning, and even into southwest Michigan. We are looking at this dense fog advisory being in effect for several more hours. So reduced visibility as we're seeing that radiational cooling that is taking place. Now, here on the Illinois side, we're still getting some reports of some fog, but it will slowly burn off, but I think it will burn off sooner than it did around the area yesterday, and our above average temperatures are going to continue. Average high today is 48. Average low is 32 degrees. Records in the books. Can you imagine? It's been as cold as 6 degrees on this date back in 1959. That may be the earliest occurrence of a single-digit reading here in Chicago. 41 degrees right now out at O'Hare. AccuWeather showing that the wind is fairly light out of the west-northwest at about 3 miles per hour. Kenosha, good morning, 43. 37 Buffalo Grove. South Holland now at 35. Yorkville at 36, along with Oswego, New Lenox, and Manteno, and Gary and Crown Point all at that 36-degree reading. So some colder air over in southwest Michigan, too. But come tomorrow, wow, the cold, short-lived. Look at this. We're still looking at those high temperatures up around 70 degrees tomorrow. Our record high tomorrow is 74, so we are going to be close to that. And our high temperatures here on Friday will be up into those mid-60s. That will occur by early afternoon. Temperatures are going to be falling into the 50s by evening. And then Saturday, we're looking at those high temperatures only in the 40s. Looks like there's probably going to be a bit of a snowstorm on Friday across the northern plains and across Minnesota. We may start the day on Saturday with a few flurries, but more likely some lake effect snow setting up on the other side of Lake Michigan for Saturday. Skies are mainly clear right now, and we're going to keep them that way throughout the afternoon. So sun up, 6:43, and then this afternoon partly to mostly sunny. High temperatures today up near 60, super warm here tomorrow around 70. Rain moves in here late Friday afternoon and evening, and then that cold air just blows on in here for the weekend. Ross?
And very minimal construction work going on. We do have a spot that just got underway at 5 o'clock on the outbound side of I-90, the Jane Addams. Between Route 25 and the Fox River, they're going to have at least one lane closed until 2 for some pavement striping. They're really trying to get that whole Jane Addams construction project done before the big Thanksgiving holiday getaway, so fingers crossed on that one. We'll take a look outside at the Kennedy Expressway. Express lanes open to inbound traffic, all the overnight roads this year, and I'm going to be one of them. I'll let you know how that goes.
All right. Meantime, who's bringing the turkey? Because we're going to be here.
Silence. Yeah.
I'm scared. I've never made a turkey.
You've never made a turkey?
Never made
Easy.
one. That's what everyone says, but usually my mom or my mother-in-law happens to be around, so I know. But hey, we have something else.
I eat the turkey.
That's right, I do that. And here's some ABC7 Chicago app, and here's my part. I get to be live next Tuesday, November 22nd, for a Stuff the Truck event at the Evanston IHOP. And you can drop off toys as Marines collect them, and they'll make sure they get to children in our community. So me and the crew will be there between 4:30 and 7. Come say hello to all of us in Evanston at the corner of Western and Howard. I'd like to make it plural. I'd like it to be Stuff the Trucks event.
Nice. That's
Nice.
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Trace. Appreciate it. Thanks. It is 5:21 coming up. One airline offers a new kind of full, but only 2 children had on seatbelts. That's scary.
Yeah.
A little boy in Florida rescued his baby brother before he could take what could have been a terrible fall to the floor.
And you're like, I don't know. Or you give this as a gift for the holiday season, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
That's
Incredible.
amazing.
Yeah, and nobody try to blame mom either. She was at home alone with 5 kids. You know? Right.
We've all been there,
Right.
Mom. We've all been there.
5:26 coming up this morning. The Star Wars secret that took 40 years to reveal. A Princess Leia.
Starting off another day with some fog in the area, but that sun will be out today. It will be visible, and our high temperatures visible near 60 degrees, but a huge warm up tomorrow. We get to talk about it coming up. Roz?
On both Bishop Ford and I-57, we'll take a look outside at the dam.
Co-host Ryan Seacrest, One Republic, and Trevor Noah from The Daily Show.
Plus me. That's 3 TV hosts. Game on, boys.
Next live.
Today at 9 on ABC7.
We could hit 70 degrees in November.
Not just November, November 16th.
Yes.
70 degrees. Let's find out when. Tracy.
Yeah, here tomorrow. Crown Point, Indiana. I'm going to keep checking this very closely because we do have a dense fog advisory in northwest Indiana that does include you. And my weather watcher, JR, over in Lowell says, yeah, it's really foggy over around his way. Valparaiso, you're included in that dense fog advisory too. Oswego right now, 36 degrees. It's 42 in Cicero, 35 in University Park. Complete forecast coming up. Roz?
Couples, and it is slow between 91st and 95th, going right into the Bishop Ford. But of course, the inbound Ford, inbound 57, much slower as we start to see some of those normal rush hour delays. Take a look outside for you in our next update. Tanya and Terrell.
Roz, thank you. Chicago's new city budget includes everything from police spending to parking. Aldermen vote today.
About me, my mom. Best find of the entire day. It's called the Style Dryer. We debuted this from Callista Tools back in May. It's sold out completely. It's taken over